We are live. Okay.
Once you find your center, you are sure to win. Your spineless, pale, pathetic lot, and you haven't got a clue. Somehow I make a man out of you. I'm never gonna catch my breath. Sing about it, those who knew me. Boys like who in school were cutting the chin. This guy's gonna save his death. Hope you can see right through me. Now I really wish that I knew how to swim. Be a man. He must be swift as the coursing river. With all the force of a great typhoon. Be a man. With all the strength of a raging fire. Mysterious as the dark side of the moon. Time is racing toward us till the sun's arrive. Heed my every order, and you might survive. You're suited for the rage of war, so pack up, go home, you're through. How could I make a man out of you? Be a man. We must be swift as the coursing river. With all the force of a great typhoon. Be a man. With all the strength of a raging fire. Mysterious as the dark side of the moon.
How are y'all doing?
Hi.
Good.
Hey, here we are. Sunday
Special
night.
Marvel Tribe.
Special Marvel
This
Tribe.
is-
We're here.
We are live.
We are live to the Facebook world. Hello, people out there that are watching. Glad you could join us and skip the Oscars because, I mean, there's like 4 movies that were out last year, so it's going to be okay. So
Absolutely.
we are going to start our show and get going here. So Marvel Tribe, we're going to do some stuff. We're going to talk about the final episode. So much fun. I'm ready to do it. You guys ready?
Let's do it.
Absolutely.
Chris, are you ready?
I'm ready. You
All right,
ready,
let's
Shawn?
Not yet. Let's do this thing.
Okay.
Here we go. Let's open it up first.
There was an idea. The idea was to bring together a group of remarkable people, see if they could become something more.
I have an army.
We have a Hulk.
This is the Marvel Tribe, brought to you by Walt's Apartment Podcast and the DisInsider.
Avengers!
Assemble.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Marvel Tribe. We're a group of excited and passionate individuals who have come together to share our love of all things Marvel. We are brought to you by Walt's Apartment Podcast and DisInsider.com. My name is Shawn, and I'm joined by an amazing group of Marvel nerds. Sam, David, and Chris are all here tonight for our special live stream episode. From the big screen to the small print, feel the pulse in your chest so you know you're alive. One team, one love. It's the Marvel
It's the
Tribe.
Marvel Tribe.
Marvel Tribe.
Yes, it is. How we all doing tonight?
Really
I'm having
good.
trouble with my camera.
All right. Well, you have a few more minutes. Sam, how you doing tonight?
I'm great. I'm really excited. I am glad we decided to go live.
Yeah, we decided about what 8 hours ago that we're going to go live tonight and figure why not?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Yeah, sure.
David, how you doing, buddy?
Dude, fantastic. I'm excited. Now, I was gonna say that maybe Chris is doing cosplaying as Jarvis, so we may not need his picture there. So
Let me ask you this.
We miss you, Bill.
Miss you, Bill.
yes,
Chris,
missing Bill, absolutely.
Chris Cappuccino, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, he needed the reveal.
Yeah, this is
Fashionably
reveal.
late.
man.
Fashionably late.
I'm loving it. But I really can't do that all night long, man.
Okay. Well, since you can't do this all night long, I could do this all day.
Love it.
Yes, that's our big Big surprise reveal there.
Hi, Breanna.
Hi, Breanna.
Hey.
Hello, Parker.
Hey, Parker. What's up, Parker?
For those of you that are listening and not watching this, Chris and I were on first, and I turned the thing on, and Chris is sitting here in a Captain America mask, and I'm like, yeah, I said, dude, you're insane. They said, say that you can't do this. So yeah, he's here. I'm loving it. Chris always comes through. His name is Cappuccino tonight. But we are so excited to bring you this episode. We started the Marvel Tribe again back when Wanda started, and we said we're going to keep doing this thing. And we went through all of Wanda. Now we went through all of another whole episode, a whole another series on Disney Plus, and so happy to talk to y'all about Marvel. And I'm going to stop rambling and let's get into it.
Well, Tiffany says, hello, I'm here for answers. Marvel leaves me confused. Well, you've come to the right place, friend.
We got answers.
Tiffany.
So we got answers.
Put those questions in the comments. We will gladly answer.
Yeah,
if you are joining us from the Walt's Apartment Behind the Lamp group, please give StreamYard permission to use your name and picture so we know who we're talking to.
Also, we will be talking about a bunch of spoilers. So if you have not watched Falcon and Winter Soldier yet, please turn this off so you don't get surprised by anything. But if you want
come back to it later,
back to it later. It'll be here. So let's get into it. Sam, do you want to give us the breakdown? Actually, we have some more comments, or we get caught up on comments?
I think we're caught up.
Perfect.
We are good.
We are good. Are you ready for your rundown? Let's do it.
Okay. I'm going to try not to be too breathy. But the episode started where episode 5 ended. We are at a lockdown at the GRC. We know that the Flag Smashers are trying to stop the vote. Bucky's already there. Sam's on the way in his Wakandan flight suit.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yes.
And Sharon's made her way into the country, and we actually got to see her with the photostatic veil, which we haven't seen since Natasha had it in Captain
Winter Soldier.
In Captain America Winter Soldier. So that was interesting to see.
It's fake.
Sam. Maybe. Okay. So Karli was actually waiting for Sam to get there because that's kind of how she was going to get everything started. She was, going to use him as a decoy, sort of have him and Batroc fight. And when he lands, he says, "I'm Captain America." And I cried.
You cried then?
Yeah, I did cry then.
All right. Okay.
I did. He said, "I'm Captain America," and I cried.
That entrance was pretty badass. I'm not going to lie.
It was nice. I do love the comments. He's like, "Oh, I thought Captain America was on the moon." That's the second reference of that and stuff.
Yes. And then Karli actually uses Bucky as a little bit of a decoy. She gets him onto a phone call so that they can get away with their hostages, who are like the GRC senators or whatever. And he's trying to tell her, he has nightmares over the things that he's done in the past, and she doesn't want to go down that path. And she's trying to convince him to fight on her side. Does not happen. She gets her hostages away for a little bit, though. But of course, Bucky catches them. And Sharon's like, "You had one job." Sharon takes out the other guy in the garage. That was pretty epic.
We talk about how brutal she is.
She's brutal. She is. We see lots of fight scenes. I love the scene with Red Wing, and he's like, is there anybody with flight experience on this helicopter? And Red Wing, goes and scans everybody's faces, tells him the one woman has flight experience. Sam is able to get a hold of her her contact. He tells her to put her headphones in, tells her when she's going to take over flying because he's going to knock the pilot out of the air. The fight scenes were just incredible. Seeing Sam as Captain America. You didn't think so?
We'll get to it.
Okay, seeing Sam as Captain America was great. We do see John Walker show back up with his homemade shield and try and fight off Karli, and she just basically kicks his shield.
I think he had a tremendous cosplay outfit, though.
It was fantastic cosplay.
Quality, yes, it was quality.
He was Captain America bounding.
Right.
We're seeing Karli's trying to get the hostages away. At some point, she says, "Just blow him up. He needs somebody to save." She doesn't really care. They did smoke everybody out of the GRC with some kind of, I don't know what that is.
Oh, I love this. I'd like to tell everybody later.
We don't have proof that Oscorp and stuff, but it is definitely reminiscent of something that Norman Osmond would build and stuff in this corporation.
I agree. Sam has a fight scene with Batroc. He eventually gets out. He takes care of the helicopters. People are cheering for him. Bucky is trying to save the day too. He's fighting off the Flag Smashers. Lots of fighting. John Walker's trying to help. I don't know what else to say about the fight scenes. And then
lots of them.
We do get to see Sam give the speech to the GRC, basically saying, he gave this amazing speech that basically said you need to do better. Yeah. And
don't go the easy route. Don't do the easy thing for you guys and stuff. You got it was a great. That
was the best part of the movie.
It was definitely Captain America's speech. It was good.
It was, and Isaiah Bradley got to see that on the news, as David predicted. Isaiah Bradley got to see that on the news, and you saw him getting a little emotional about that because he's like, maybe this kid can do this, And we do get to see at the end that Sharon is pardoned. We do get to see, before that, we get to see that Sam takes Isaiah and Elijah after a conversation to the Smithsonian, to the Captain America exhibit. And they've added a section for Isaiah Bradley's story. It is no longer erased from history. We're telling the story.
That's the part I broke down on that part. That's for real. That was. Ooh.
And then we do see Sharon gets a full pardon. She gets her old job back, and then she makes a phone call. Mm-hmm. Oh, and I did leave out the part where she's fighting with Karli in the basement, and then Batroc comes and he's like, "So you're the power broker," and.
I got some stuff to say about that one. We'll talk about that.
Yes.
And Bucky becomes to play a gym. So
he does
for the kids to hang on.
He does. He completes his book.
Yeah.
Aww,
yes.
Stepdaddy.
Yes.
Sharon did get shot by
Karli.
Was it Karli? Was it Karli?
Yeah, it was Karli.
They kill Batroc. And Karli gets shot and killed by Sharon as Sam's trying to talk her down. There's a fight scene there between Sam and Karli. They didn't want to kill each other, but Sharon wasn't going to be outed. So she took care of Karli.
You have to protect that.
For sure.
Then we got the U.S. agent scene.
This guy.
This
guy right here.
It looks the same, but it's black. Well, that's because you're like with Madam Hydra, yo.
Yeah, but I
actually like the costume. It was comic accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the cover of his intro in the comic. He says, "I'm back," and he's standing there in the black outfit with just his face. So there's a lot of comic nods in this one. Tons.
He tried to redeem himself. In this episode. We just did an episode of DisInsider today where we talked about his PTSD and sitting with two veterans who have experienced PTSD. It made you look at John Walker in a different light.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, because I don't think of him as, yes, you saw him what he did with the shield.
I've changed my opinion on him too.
He's not. I don't think of him as a villain. I think of him as an anti-hero, and that's what U.S. Agent was. Mm-hmm. So, of course, we saw for the very first time on the screen blood on the shield, which made us all turn and think of him as the worst.
Right.
But I mean, the storyline, you did see him change. I mean, I'm sure we'll talk about as it came over him to try to help. So.
I think the part with him, I thought it was actually kind of funny when he had the suit and he was like all excited about it. I'm like, okay, is he gonna be like a comical kind of bad guy? I think that would be great because I think he was really, really funny. I thought, how excited he was about it. The same thing, but black. And yeah, I don't know. I thought it was cool.
We kind of touched on that in our episode today. And we said that Wyatt Russell did an amazing job
absolutely.
portraying somebody who's not mentally stable, because he's not.
Right.
But like even like the face twitches and like when you can see him like be triggered, he did an excellent job portraying it. I think the same thing with like, he is coded at this point the same way Bucky was. Like Bucky's programmed, was programmed. He no longer is, but Bucky was programmed. That's kind of how John Walker is. He's programmed to be a soldier. He when you enter the military, they kind of break you down and then build you up to what they want you to be.
Yep.
And then they put you back into society without ever breaking you back down to, you know, your normal societal life. And
he told him too, like at the hearing when he was getting other than disarmable discharge, I followed your protocols. Like I know, don't talk to me about protocols. I know them inside and out. I followed them. I did. You guys build me and stuff. And that's all that was 100% true. The government was 100% culpable for the men that was standing before them. And
they kind of did the same thing with John Walker that they did with Isaiah. They used him as a disposable means to their end. Without giving support or gratitude.
Right. I noticed, well, my son actually noticed, we watched it this afternoon when we got back home, and the part when all the fighting with the GRC was going, he had his shield, and there was that one moment where he was holding the shield, the Home Depot shield, but his metal was on the inside of it.
Yep.
And he looked at it and he kind of got like this like refocus, like this re-energy from that. And I thought it shows the whole thing, like, what he probably had to do to actually earn that medal the first time. So it was just my son's like, wow, that's pretty crazy. That's where he's like drawing his power, not drawing his power, but like his like refocus, I guess you would say. It was focused back on it from that.
That takes me back to that locker room scene in the first episode when he said, the things we did weren't heroic.
Right.
Because honestly, to get a Medal of Honor, some of the things you have to do are pretty gritty and things that you don't forget, things that haunt you.
Yeah.
And for him to be pulling, like you have to turn your emotions off when you are deployed. Emotions are going to get you into trouble. You're going to lose yourself. You're going to lose your troops. And he never figured out how to turn them back on the right way.
Right.
He's being triggered, I think, over and over again.
When I saw that scene, I was thinking back towards when Lamar and him, they're sitting in I don't know if it was a bar or whatever, and they're talking about if would you take the serum if you could and stuff, and he's like, oh heck yeah, and they're referencing that particular mission about them getting, because Lamar got that medal too. And I thought that because Lamar has always been his stabilizing factor and stuff. He's that that good angel on the shoulder and stuff that was kind of like would bring him out and back on focus on the task and stuff, and not let him go nosedive into whatever the thing he's that craziness and stuff. That's not the right word to say, but Lamar was he was his kind of guiding star and stuff. And so I think that medal, because I think he had 3 Medal of Honors.
Yeah.
I think that medal was part of that mission that him and Lamar went through, and they had whatever they had to, they're like, what we had to do this and stuff. Can you imagine if we had this serum, how many more lives we could have saved and stuff? And so I think that was that last big thing for him and Lamar, and I think that's what helped bring him even further back into the good side. And so I thought it was kind of really cool. It was really cool.
Yeah, that makes sense that powered him. And that was very shortly after Karli had said, I didn't mean to kill your friend. I'm not trying to kill people who aren't, meaningful to the cause.
That doesn't matter.
People that don't matter. And he said, no, Lamar mattered.
Yeah.
This was, I'm so I said this in the thing, but I mean, it was And John Walker with the Black Lives Matter moment and stuff, because when Karli was like, yeah, he didn't matter, he wasn't, and she misspoke. It was evident, because she was like, he wasn't a part of my mission, but she's like, he didn't matter and stuff, and he's like, oh, he absolutely, I mean, it was, yeah, he absolutely mattered, and he went into berserker mode, and even though he ended up getting, his butt kicked, he had some momentum, from the get go and stuff in that fight scene. And then here comes Bucky, preventing him from getting smashed, because they're destroying that shield. That was the only thing that was protecting him, was the Home Depot shield that Shawn says and stuff. But he went at it. He went full at it against all the super soldiers, and then they started ganging up on them, and then Bucky to even out the odds and stuff. So
can we just? I hate to just jump to the beginning, but
let's do it.
We need to start with.
Let's go back to the beginning and start, and then we'll get through everything.
Yeah.
We're going to be here a while, I think. So,
absolutely,
one world, one people, right? That's the title of the show, right? And it's the flag smashes. We've heard that multiple times. Karli saying that, but when we get to see that suit come through that window, and Sam for me, I could be wrong, but this is the first time he has a superhero landing.
Yep.
If you notice that. And then, Shawn, if you can leave that picture up.
Oh, sorry.
The pants are from the World War II Captain America suit.
Mm-hmm.
The stripes in the middle are from the Winter Soldier suit. And then the stripes with the star across the chest, that's from the Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Oh, wow.
But one stripe is missing. And Falcon, you can take it down, Shawn. The one stripe that's missing, and Sam's in the Air Force. He's in that division, and when an airman is lost in battle or any, they fly in formation with one less
aircraft.
Mm-hmm. And I believe that's what that stripe missing is for, and that's for his fallen soldiers. So. And then he's got red goggles and the white hood that makes it just even better.
Epic.
It could be because Rogers, his uniform has 3 stripes with the star and stuff, and you see it in Civil War. When he has the black on black, you see it slowly kind of devolve into what it became and stuff. But he had the 3 stripes, so the fact that Sam Wilson's suit has the 2 and stuff could absolutely be honoring a fallen soldier. Could be actually honoring
many.
He's taking the mantle from and stuff.
Yeah,
as well. So yeah.
And
this is for you, Steve.
Yeah. The other thing is that I've always said during the MCU movies was how fortunate they are to have the Marvel comic books to rely back on, but now for a Disney Plus show to have movies to rely back on, plus the books,
plus the comics.
It's insane, because Sam's first fight as Captain America is against Batroc.
Mm-hmm.
Civil War. I'm sorry, Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier, yeah.
Right? His Cap's fight is against Batroc. So, who's a UFC champion is the real person.
George St. Pierre. Oh, right? Man, I followed his career through MMA. Yeah. And he's an amazing fighter in real life.
And he gets told that he could buy his suit for French fries and a baguette.
Yeah, right.
So, what'd you think of the suit, Shawn?
Oh, I thought it was cool as hell. I was asking my kids, I said, because I'd noticed, the case was pretty big, but I don't know how big it really was. I'm like, did all that fit in that case, or was it just the wings in the case? But did he already have the suit made somewhere in case this day was coming? And I said, no, Dad, it all came from Wakanda. So we think, I'm assuming that's the case, right?
Yes.
We touched on something in Disology about his suit today. So if Wakanda and the Dora Milaje have control over Bucky's arm, you think they have a safety built in for Sam's suit?
That's a good question.
Here, I would say this. So Black Panther is known as the Marvel version of Batman, which means he always has a contingency plan So it would make sense if we're giving you our technology and stuff. We 100% would have a safe.
Oh wait, so you can't use it against us?
Against us, yeah, absolutely. It just makes sense.
That's a good thought, actually.
And I can take a venture. I can guess what the safety thing is. It's Red Wing, because we get Red Wing back. He comes back from this is Red Wing 2.0. So, and he's way better, much more enhanced. He can with the whole skinning of the face and pulling up the data and finding the number and patching Sam. I mean, this Red Wing is like Jarvis on steroids. And
Yes. So Danny says he's excited for Captain America 4: The Return of Red Wing.
Yes. Absolutely. Yeah.
And those vibranium wings, I mean, it can the way it comes around, right?
Yeah.
And the shield sits on top. They dig into the cement. I don't know if you guys caught that in a couple of them. And I mean, it deflected a helicopter.
Right. He's like Tony's. He's like Captain America with like Iron Man's technology. That's what my son
in a Black Panther suit.
In a Black Panther suit, yeah. But the suit, and I'm surprised that the suit isn't like the Black Panther suit. The Black Panther suit can actually get shot and absorb stuff. I guess his is that because of his makeup? Is that why that works on him and only him? I was surprised that like Black Panther's costume, or I'm sorry, his uniform. If he gets shot, he absorbs the power, right, and then can redisperse it. It doesn't look like.
Yeah, that's a special Black Panther suit. Okay. So he has several iterations of his suit and stuff, but they all. So Sam can get shot. We have to believe that his suit is made out of woven vibranium and stuff. But the tech that T'Challa got from his sister and stuff was a special suit and stuff just for him.
Perfect. So after that, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying. So then next you see Bucky and Sharon does the whole Mission Impossible fake Black Widow pull off the face. I'm a scroll, so let me show that.
Hey, I've never seen that movie, and I was watching it this morning, and I actually saw that part of it when my kids are watching it at the beach. I'm like, what is this? So like, this is a Winter Soldier. I'm like, I've heard of it, but but it's coming. And then she did the thing with her face. I mean, that's pretty damn cool. Yeah, same thing. That's the same thing Sharon did.
She was pretending to be a senator, and it's 9 years ago. That's how old this technology is, and it still works. There's no real need to improve it because it's awesome. And she took, the Black Widow took her face off and stuff, and it's like, oh hey, guess who's here? And then took out the two bad Hydra guys. So
it's called photostatic veiling.
Yes, thank you. Yes, I was like, I can never remember the name of that, but yep.
When Bucky walks through the police offices, he gets addressed as Sergeant, which I thought was cool. And then if you notice, they walk through the metal detector. And Bucky goes through first. Vibranium doesn't go off.
Nope.
But Sharon's gun sets off the alarm.
Oops.
Sharon is not nice.
Hank says, thank you for bringing something great to watch my place tonight. Thank you for joining us tonight, Hank.
Oh, absolutely.
Welcome, Hank.
Hello.
So we go from there.
The phone call, right?
Right.
Yeah. So Bucky and Sharon are inside the building and stuff, and he's heading upstairs, and he gets a phone call like, "Hey, it's Karli. Take a break."
He's like,
and so she's trying to slow him down by talking to him about this is bigger than life mission and everything else, and it seems this is where the naive piece comes on Karli's part, because she would have known Bucky. She wouldn't have said what she said, because Bucky has been a part of several missions that were greater than himself and stuff, including fighting Nazis and saving this planet when he got dusted and stuff. But again, she's like in her young 20s. She she was just trying to slow him down anyway. So, but she's very mission driven. Like, she is single-mindedly focused on this mission and stuff. So everything else doesn't matter to her.
I can't say that Baron Zemo was wrong about her.
Nope.
When he said you become a supremacist when you take the super soldier serum.
Nope. Oh, absolutely. And Baron
she
Zemo.
She said if people have to die, as long as we stop the vote, I don't care if we die.
Yeah.
But you noticed her followers didn't really
They
agree
were
with that.
like, nope.
They
did not want to say one people until she looked at them like, what are you going to say?
Right.
I said one world. What are you going to say?
So, which brings me the only problem of this series. I don't have a real reason why people are following Karli. You know, I don't understand how all these people listening to her, I understand it's passed down probably from the mother figure that passed away, but I just, it left a little bit for me in this series of saying, why her? You know, like, I don't know.
We never really got that story, so I get what you're saying, Chris, for sure. We never really got that point. It says why they put her in charge. I agree with you there for sure.
So I got a little bit of that because we talked about this a little bit. We were kind of speculating. It was like, why are they following this young girl and stuff? And the suspicions I had was like, I really thought that Sharon Carter had some involvement with her, and some with her and it's Madame Donia, and there was something there that I was hoping that would be revealed. The only thing we got revealed was the fact that Sharon and her had an interaction and stuff. Beyond that, the rest, the details is kind of left to be. It remained to be seen and stuff. But we knew that Sharon had something to do with her specifically and stuff, and that's it. So I don't know if it was like she was her mentor or what and stuff, but why it just didn't make sense. I agree with you, Chris. It didn't make sense that all the Flag Smashers are looking to her for leadership and stuff. But Sharon knew her. Sharon, we obviously knew that she was hired by her. She helped her get the serum, and which is why I have a hard time believing she's the power broker. I'll talk about my inconsistencies. There's some inconsistencies in the series and stuff, but we'll get to that part. We'll get to that scene when we get there.
Danny says, I wonder if they have plans for Karli to come back because in one episode they call her Robin Hood, who is an android in the comics. They could fix her up with robot parts, Vader style.
Oh?
No, she's dead.
She did.
Her and Battlestar is done.
Oh.
Breanna says they really needed to give us more of a view of the post-blip worlds. It's coming. We've got a lot of things coming in the works. Again,
the one thing I'll cut slack on of why I don't understand that part, of course, this was filmed during the real pandemic. So I'll, listen, we got something for nothing, right? And then where does Black Widow fall in between this?
Between WandaVision and
Yeah, because Black Widow would have taken place first, and Falcon and Winter Soldier was supposed to happen prior to WandaVision.
Mm-hmm.
So Black Widow is set in the past. As far as I'm concerned, as far as I know, she left before. It's either, from my understanding, there's either flashbacks in the past or something happened during the 5 years where she goes back. But none of the things that's in Black Widow is post-blip. So.
Okay, so we've got WandaVision post-split.
But wouldn't characters like her sister be tied in? And if there's the serum that Thunderbolt Ross would turn into the Red Hulk?
So here's something I do know. So Miss Val, she has a credit in Black Widow that's coming out. And it was supposed to come out before this movie. So I think when they were giving interviews and stuff, we were supposed to see Val there first. And then get the nice little cameo for her, but because COVID and everything else and stuff, it's reversed. We get the cameo here, and now we're going to get to see her in Black Widow and stuff. So I think that's how they're kind of tying the Black Widow piece and stuff. But yeah, I think the way they did it, I'm assuming. It wasn't much of a giveaway as to, they weren't like, well, we have to do it this way because it's going to be confusing and stuff. I think there's a small enough of a cameo with Val in this series that would absolutely, tie into like, oh my God, there's Val, in Black Widow. So
Danny says, I believe the Black Widow movie is set before Infinity War.
I think Danny's right.
Yeah, this is the origin of Black Widow, right? I mean, we're going to get her. Because there's multiple Black Widows, right? It's a whole training and all of that.
Because we're supposed to get, what happened in Budapest, that we get that famous line and stuff between her and Hawkeye, and we get some flashbacks of her. So I think it's gonna be that kind of. It's gonna kind of answer a few questions and stuff. Go back into some past and introduce some villains that may come out of the shadows later in the future. That's just been lurking around and stuff. So,
which is like the Taskmaster, right?
Yeah. So.
Yeah, Shawn.
Yeah, right, Shawn.
Shawn.
That's right. Doing big things over here.
I think Shawn's a scroll. He knows everything. He's like Marvel Encyclopedia.
He's playing the long game and stuff. Yes.
He's sitting here. I don't know anything. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I have 4 more episodes of something that we're watching, and then we're going to start from the beginning. And I was like, we were trying to leave the coast day. Like I said, my kids put Captain America Winter Soldier on. I'm like trying to watch as we're packing. And I'm like, whoa, what is this? I'm like, damn, oh, that's Sam. And I'm like, why is Bucky such an ass? And I'm like, so it's because I don't know any of that part of it. I just know that he was bad before he got reprogrammed, and everyone loves Bucky now. And I don't understand it because everyone doesn't love Wanda. So I don't get it. So, and that's my argument with my kids all the time. So Bucky was forgiven. We're going to forgive
Breanna
Wanda.
says, keep putting up pictures of Bucky.
Okay, no problem.
Well, here's the thing. Bucky was programmed to be destructive. Wanda chose to be destructive.
Well, she didn't kill anyone.
And Bucky...
Except all those... Wait, I'm sorry, she did. In that building thing. That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
But she didn't kill anybody in Westview.
She killed some people and stuff. So.
And
we don't... that's a different show.
Yeah, we have to fill 7 weeks of show before Loki's on anyway. We'll definitely dive into that for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Speaking of Breanna, who wants to see more Bucky, there she is.
Hey. Special guest star. All right.
I said, hey, I said, do you want to come in? She goes, talk about Bucky? Let's go. So she's ready. So
I'll always talk about Bucky.
Great to see you, Brianna.
Hey.
Hi, Breanna.
I have a great Bucky question for you, or a statement. Did you notice that when he's Winter Soldier, okay, and Cap throws the shield at him, he catches it with his metal arm. Every time that he catches anything with his regular arm since he's been Bucky, he catches the knife, he catches the iron rod that Karli throws in this episode at him. Everything he starts catching with, and I think that's to show the difference between Bucky, the one that Breanna likes, or do you like the Winter Soldier?
Oh no, see, I'm very much into the Winter Soldier.
Okay.
It's the long hair, isn't it?
It's the long hair and the dark-haired sad boys are. Red shirt Civil War Bucky is my favorite Bucky.
So David, do you think she's looking at the television going 17? 9. Try to refresh.
She's trying. No, I would never do that. That's so mean.
So believe it or not, actually, Sebastian Stan actually said in an interview that he had a fan come up to him, start quoting the secret words to see if they can. Yeah. So I thought that was kind of weird and kind of cool, but mostly weird and stuff. It's like I'm just an actor. I'm not.
Right.
That doesn't work.
Okay, so where are we at in the show?
All right, so we had the phone call to slow, for them to slow Bucky down, and that worked. Karli slowed them down. They were able to evacuate the dignitaries, the senators, and all that stuff, and they fell into the trap. They got put into those. I don't know what you call them,
armored vehicles. What a bunch of dumb people here. Get in these armored vehicles.
No questions asked.
It's a good idea. Just get in here.
just hop in. Yeah. And so, and Bucky, is this where Bucky hops on the motorcycle and starts speeding down towards him? And he sat. I love the fact that Bucky likes to sacrifice his body. I cringe when I see him do this, like the helicopter where he dropped out like 300 feet and stuff, just like nothing, like just hit like a sack of potatoes. I'm like, why, man? Everyone else has this gracefulness. So he does the motorcycle and stuff. He's like, I'm just going to sacrifice my body. He hits the bike on the little plank and jumps forward and stuff. I'm like, dude, Bucky, man, this is.
He accomplished his goal.
He did. But
Which Cap did. Cap did that same move on the motorcycle.
But more gracefully.
Well, I think he's still figuring things out.
Okay, I didn't know there was a graceful and ungraceful way to jump forward off of a motorcycle.
Jennifer said, "Who was the guy when the armored truck blew up?"
So this is Zemo's butler here. So the best way to explain that character, he's like the evil Alfred for Batman and stuff. Yep, that's evil Alfred. This is Zemo's number one butler. He's been a part of their family. He served for his father. Now he serves at the pleasure of the Baron, and he's not. I mean, he's sweet to Zemo. That's his family. That's who he protects. But just like on the plane when he was going to serve Bucky and Sam some rotten food and stuff, he has a rotten side to him. So yeah, he's the evil Alfred.
Bill said Bucky did get a superhero landing. He did.
Yes, he
did get one.
He did.
He finally fell more gracefully.
Yeah. And
then he caught a truck.
Yep.
That scream when he's falling off of the top is the yell from Civil War.
And
I'm sorry,
Winter Soldier.
And I was like, oh, I recognize that scream. He's not going to make it.
He's like, he made it.
He did make it.
Yeah.
He landed. He got thanked for saving people. I was so happy.
Poor John Walker tried to save he tried to save the truck of people.
When he threw the shield, his Home Depot shield to the side, and he tried to grab the truck, I was like, see, he's not all bad.
He's trying.
Yeah.
He's trying.
It was like a tin of like a pie plate.
Just the way it hit the ground, it sounded like a pie plant. Ding, 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 ding.
It's all bent.
Beat the crap.
I'll be honest. I gave Walker some unnecessary hate because he really was going. He's going through stuff. He's a soldier. He'd been through a lot of stuff, and so I should probably give him a little bit more grace than I did. I was more not upset that he was Cap, but I knew he was not like Cap. He would have been good if he came out as U.S. agent. I would have been all for it because here's the thing: if you would have took Deadpool and you gave him Captain America's outfit, I would have had the same feeling. I'm like, no, this is wrong. I love Deadpool, I do, as Deadpool, but put him in Captain America's outfit. I'm like, no, this is. So that's where the dislike for John came from. But now that he's U.S. agent, I'm like, okay, this fits because you get to operate in the gray. He's going to be manipulated by Madam Hydra, so I feel bad he doesn't know, that, but he's going to fight the fight he thinks he's fighting for good. So
it reminds me a lot, like I said earlier, of Isaiah. He's going to go through hell with Madam Hydra.
Yep. Oh yes.
Be a leader.
Yeah.
But there's still going to be some interesting experimentation, I feel.
Well, when we get to that part, I don't think it's Madam. I think they're giving her the name of Madam Hydra, but she's going to be a different Val in the Marvel.
Yeah, they're gonna splash some things together to
I think we're getting a little bit of both.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
And I like her as an actress too. I think she's gonna. I don't know the character you're talking of, but I think she's pulling off pretty well. I think she's great. So, excuse me.
Yeah. Now you see. Remember earlier I said I shrugged my shoulders about the fights.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. In the beginning, I mean, Sam with the chair being thrown at him and deflecting the shield. I'm like, come on, And again, for the first watch, take it for what it is. Yeah, it was great. And then when you go back, and we're so used to these epic battles in the movies, and I get it. It is a TV show if you look at it that way. But there's a couple of fight scenes that I was just like,
Yeah, I agree. I get that. But I don't think this was rushed like the finale of WandaVision was. It was not rushed at all. I thought the pacing was way better in this, and then it had moments of action, and it slowed way down. I mean, like I said, my favorite part was his speech to the senators and just explaining that he knows what he has to deal with now when he puts on those stars and stripes every day, and that resonated with me the most. I thought it was just like, damn, okay, and he's just speaking to true world at this time stuff that's happening, and it's like, damn, that was powerful stuff to me, I thought. But We're not there yet. We're still with Karli about to get killed by Sharon / the power broker, which I called last week.
Did you call that?
I did say that. Yeah.
All right. Right on.
All right. That's right. So until it's changed like 4 years down the road from some other show, Shawn was right. Just so we're all clear, okay? Someone called her the power broker. We're going with it.
So we have.
Did you make a bet on that one, or did you make your money back? No.
Would you like to right now?
No Mephisto betting and stuff for Shawn. So let's go to the scene where so we got Sam up in the air with the helicopter and stuff, and I know you had some commentary about the bridge, the deflecting the helicopter and stuff. Like, you weren't a fan of that there, Cappuccino? Or...
Oh no! I thought that was just to show that how strong the suit has been. Yeah, yep. I mean, vibranium is one thing, but now you got it with the shield, a suit, wings.
Yeah,
he dug into the ground, kind of like Spider-Man did against Thanos.
Yep, with his special suit, absolutely. I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was a great display of his suit, like you said,
and his athleticism.
Oh,
and
yeah.
The people on the bridge. We always get a bridge scene from Marvel. I love it. You have the spectators always. It shows where we are as a society. Everyone has their phone. Just you're recording everything. So on the bridge, they see him, and he stands up. He saves the guy, and they're like, "Oh wow, dude! There's the new Captain America." So we got introduced to Captain America in the building, and then the public got introduced to him on the bridge and stuff. And so it was kind of cool. I liked it. So
saving the police officer.
Yes, saving the day. Yeah, absolutely. So I thought it was cool. Like I said, Red Wing. Approve that little gadget is dope. I want a Red Wing drone for Christmas. So
me too.
Disney, I hope you have something in your playlist. Like, you did not make the mistake you did on Mandalorian with Baby Yoda and develop it too late because of we want Red Wing by Christmas. So
yes,
just make that happen.
Yes.
Sam
did mention the fact of how athletic he is. When he was fighting Karli, when he's flipping all over the place and Karli's just chasing him. My son's like, just run. But no, he's flipping around doing circles and stuff and flips in the air. But he's very athletic.
He doesn't need the serum.
I was just gonna say he does not have the serum, right?
Yes, no. He does not.
Okay,
no, and it's the same flips that he did the previous episode when he's training.
Mm-hmm. He's training.
So that it shows why he needed it. Why he needed the training. Speaking of that, though, David, those things that were wrapped around the trees, those padding, when he was practicing, what if we built a suit out of that? Could we block the shield?
Would they deflect those? So here's the important thing. I think if you take those paddings off, that tree will fall over.
Okay.
I think those trees aren't going to stand.
Okay.
To me, it looks like. Have you ever seen when they do like the jail combat training when they use the Red Man suit?
Yes. Yes.
It reminds me of those.
I was gonna say, I feel like the only thing I need to beat Captain America is old gym mats.
Yeah, I'm sure that mattress is there permanently, because if you take it down, the internal damage done to that tree by that shield is brutal. So the tree is toast.
This is forever a Captain America training ground now.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Leave them up. So after that scene,
so you got Karli and Sharon.
Yes.
Batroc walks in and says, "Oh, you're the power broker," and she doesn't say yes or no, and then so she obviously kills the two people that would know that she possibly is the power broker. So
before that scene set up, because Karli, before she gets down to that area, she pushes the armored truck. She was driving and she was trying to derail the armored truck and stuff, because that's when Bucky that was at the bottom of the bridge and stuff.
Yeah, Bucky caught it. Yeah, Bucky caught it. And then Sam actually caught it from above with his new suit and his wings. And
John Walker tried.
He tried. Big effort.
He was looking at the Home Depot shield. He was looking at the passengers, and he made the right decision. He junked the shield and went straight for the armor truck to try to save it and stuff.
I hope he got his medal though from the Shield. So I hope he at least popped that off real quick before.
So and then we got to see I think this was really. There's a lot of scenes that are setting up what Sam's suit is capable of doing, and for those who didn't know, he had like 3 blast packs on the back of his suit. To have a person who has no super soldier serum push a armored truck back up on there in his vibranium suit. That's how powerful the suit that he is wearing is and stuff.
Yeah, because mind you, John Walker has the super soldier serum, and he couldn't do it, and neither could Bucky.
Yep.
Yep.
So that's how awesome Wakanda tech is, and that suit is badass. So, meh, Barry.
Coming from a guy that's on episode 6 of Mandalorian.
Oh, he's on
Barry's
6
never
now?
satisfied.
He made it to episode 6.
Wow.
Yeah.
I will give Barry some credit though. He did watch all of WandaVision pretty quickly, and he did watch all of this by the time it ended. So good for you, Barry. Good job, buddy.
Proud of you, Barry.
Prove it.
You're a Marvel nerd. You're a Marvel nerd, Barry. You know it.
Nerd.
Oh, Marvel nerd.
So yeah, so after that happened, then we get to the scene John was talking about, where we have Sharon and Karli. Sorry, facing off, guns drawn, and then here comes Batroc, the Leaper, and they have this little wordplay, and this is where we discover that Sharon is the power broker, which
it's the most underwhelming reveal ever.
It's not even that. It's weird for me. Like I know it's been revealed as that. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I don't believe it. And here's why. This is my only reason why. Why would you have the only scientist who can replicate the power serum? Why would you ever lead Bucky and Sam and Zemo to him? Because especially knowing that Zemo will kill him. That is why would you? It just.
Well, and Bucky and Zemo acted like they knew the power broker, like not knew personally, but like knew them by reputation. And Zemo had been in jail for the last 7 years, and Bucky had been in Wakanda. So why would they know who the power broker was in the last 7 years?
My take on that is we have the power broker changed roles.
And that's kind of what I was gathering.
How long after the blip is this? Is this
6 months?
6 months.
And there's the other thing, Chris.
Shannon was blipped.
So here's my Marvel nerd tingling senses is going off, because in game when they're showing the scroll on the hologram screen of all the people that have been blipped, Shannon is also there in the background. And
Sharon, yeah.
Sharon. I'm sorry, Sharon is in the background there, and so it's like. There's something missing here. So either she's a scroll. The scroll, I'm not giving up on the scroll thing. Or what did I miss? I missed it.
Barry says, "I'd like to blip Sharon."
Hey, we got children watching our shows.
So
either I think she might be a scroll. There's a part of the secret evasion piece.
And right there. So she kept calling, she had to call somebody.
Yep.
If Kingpin never called anybody, right?
Nick Fury never calls anybody.
No. So I think that she's working for somebody. Maybe the power broker is like
Sharon.
a step down from it's just a title.
It could it could be the person doing the work here for someone somewhere else.
Yeah. And since we're going on, so what's your theory, David? Who do you think she's working for?
I think so. Here's my theory. I think the power broker. I don't think it's a person. I think it's like an agency like Shield. It's like she's a part of that group. I think it's a group, just like they made the Flag Smasher, who was an individual character, a group. I think the power broker, who was an individual character, is now a group, cartel, whatever you want to call for that she has ties to, and she's a scroll. That's it.
Is there a group like that in the comic?
There's a power broker, which is a character.
Yes,
but there's no group like you're talking
like
about.
the Flag Smashers.
No, like the Flag. So Flag Smasher was a singular character.
Yep.
Okay.
And they turned it into a group
Correct.
for the sake of the show. I like that a lot, David. I agree.
There's just something fishy. I don't know.
So would you think, who do you think is more powerful, Val or Sharon?
Sharon.
It's like Sharon sounds like she's got some connections. Yeah.
Wanda.
And now Sharon has her job back.
Because here's the thing, Val is devious. She's in the government. She's infecting things. She's moving in the gray areas and stuff. Sharon to be one public enemy of the state and to be able to quickly not only get an organization like the Flag Smashers into New York, get weapons to move freely throughout the world the way she does as being an enemy of America and stuff. She has more power. I think she has more power and pull than Val's.
Maybe they're working together.
I would answer a lot of questions if they would have met at the end. If instead of her and John Walker, it was Val and Sharon meeting up.
I think she's working with Zemo. I think Val is working.
I do.
Yeah, Val. Yes,
absolutely,
yeah.
Yep.
She made that very evident in her comments when she said, "Looks like Zemo got there before me," and said, he would have done it better if I'd planned it myself. And I'm like, wait a second, did she just say that he couldn't have done it better if I planned it myself? I'm like, well, maybe you did plan it yourself. So Zemo will start the other group, right? What's the other group called? I forgot.
Well, it goes by two different things. So it could be like the Thunderbolts, or sometimes they're called the Dark Avengers. It depends on, which direction they're going.
Now, I know we're going off topic, but I saw this one picture of the Dark Avengers and Deadpool was with them. Is that a thing or no? There was like US agent and the Red Hulk and Deadpool was down there. I'm like, Deadpool's my favorite. So
no, he's not a part of the Dark Avengers.
Okay, good.
So there's Venom, Spider. It's very weird because you have I can't remember the guy's name who's imbued by Venom, who then becomes Spider-Man to play in the Dark Avengers. So, it's all these characters. Like we have another character who becomes Wolverine, playing. Like it's Dark Avengers is a little weird. It's just my take. It was made into the part of the Marvel Universe and everything else, but it was supposed to be kind of a outside story arc. But it just got kind of pulled in. But it's great. It's kind of cool because you get to see they do become kind of good because they get led by you have Luke Cage and a few other characters and stuff that we've come across that do good things, but it's weird. It is weird, and
I did just pull up a list of Dark Avengers members.
Well, Jennifer has a great thing that she says here.
Oh. I read that the Power Broker was a company that recruits and sells services to supervillains.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So that would be my hope. And our next show that we're going to get that ties a lot of this in is the Secret Invasion, right?
Yes.
So if they said they were making the Dark Avengers show, then I would go straight down that route.
Yep.
But because they're doing Secret Invasion, that leads more to the Thunderbolt side. And with the Power Broker, with Jennifer's comment, that just said, that leads a lot into who we already have, which is Val, Zemo, U.S. Agent, Belova from Black Widow, and then Thunderbolt Ross, who will get his hands on serum and make David very happy.
Oh, yes.
Sam, what's the list you got there?
I was going to read Chris is very valid. I was going to read the list of Dark Avengers, but it's a long list.
Oh, okay, that's fine. We'll do another show on that.
Yeah, we can do that. That would be perfect topics for us to talk about the difference between the Dark Avengers and the Thunderbolts.
For sure. Parker here who says the guy in the Venom suit is Mac Gargan.
Thank you. Yes, Mac Gargan, who has the Venom suit, who also turns into Spider-Man in the Dark Avengers. So, thank you, Parker. In fact, I'm gonna read a question that Parker actually wrote.
For us absolutely.
On air
for sure.
So, Parker, thank you for being a fan of the show and stuff. He writes, do you think that the final episode of the Falcon and Winter Soldier is setting up the Dark Avengers in the MCU, with Valentina being a possible Madam Hydra, Walker being U.S. Agent, and maybe other characters like Scorpion or Red Hulk? Could it be possible?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. We're looking at either Thunderbolts or Dark Avengers for sure. No doubt at all.
Well, Parker, so what I've been sitting on since I've seen the little grenade, and this is all just my speculation, the grenade that was thrown under the table by the Flag Smashers is very reminiscent to Norman Osborn. There it is. The Green Goblin's grenade.
It does look like it, huh?
The and Norman Osborn and Oscorp, I think, is supplying the weapons to Sharon that gave it to Batroc to give to the Flag Smashers, and then that's who she was on the phone with. Pure speculation, fanboy,
love it.
No fact, but that's who I want to see.
Correct
and
me if I'm
Universal
wrong.
doesn't own Norman Osborn.
They do not.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't Norman Osborn fall into both the Thunderbolts and the Dark Avengers?
Yes, he
You're
does.
100% correct.
Yep.
And
I thought he was a member of each.
So here's the only hitch in that, which I love. I want that to be the case. But let's jump out of the MCU world and jump into our world. And Sony owns the character of the Green Goblin as well as Norman Osborn and stuff. Now I do know that they're playing nice together because Marvel is making a lot of money for the Spider-Man franchise by giving them a hand, and Sony is grateful, and they have a partner. It's like a love-hate relationship. They're like siblings and stuff. But now they have this really nice. They're in a nice place right now. So I think it would just better solidify that relationship with Marvel and Sony if they did cross over more characters, because the story demands it. It just makes more sense to have a lot of those characters that Sony has. That's just not just Spider-Man and stuff. So okay. I hope they go that route. I really do. So
Danny says one character that's part of the Thunderbolts is Figment. Maybe there's a Dreamfinder in the MCU. If they need one, they can come find me.
Yes,
and then,
she has Figment right there in her shoulder.
He does. There's my Figment.
Yes.
And then Parker says Norman Osborn in the Iron Patriot suit.
Yes. Yes.
I like the way you think, Parker.
Yes, yeah. Parker, you're awesome.
And Parker, so you'll understand. That's why I think Val is also blended with Val Cooper, who, and that would lead us into mutants, because she teamed up with a character named Forge, and Forge, he decided to go and move on and basically bring all the mutants. He had to search for them. So I don't know if they're going to go down that way.
Hey, Chris.
But it was the superhuman affairs. Yes. Yes.
I want the mutants.
Mutants or Namor?
You want the first mutant.
I want the first mutant.
You want the first mutant.
Give me Namor.
Which is Namor, yes.
So maybe Sharon is Mystique.
Oh no!
I got David to shake his head.
I would hate that. Honestly, I like it better than it's just being revealed. She is the power broker, and then that's it. So there's has to be more. I could be wrong.
Got to be an explanation.
I don't want to say I learned my lesson with the whole Mephisto and the WandaVision thing. We were guessing everything was Mephisto and stuff, but I really think that there's more to the story. There's just kind of some inconsistency where it just leads you to believe that it just can't be that easy. So
we do need an MCU Green Goblin, Parker.
Yes.
We do.
Yes.
All right.
So where are we in the?
I'm coming back. I wanted to save a part. So Sam does his speech, right?
Yes.
And it's being broadcast. Torres sees it, Isaiah, and that's what David had called. I mean, David, you quoted exactly what was said during that speech. The only thing I want to add to that was that it was more. Sam is the main reason why he is Cap for me. Was more than just the shield and the suit. He provided empathy to everyone. When he carries Karli to get help. Now, he had a choice. He didn't have to grab her, right? He could have grabbed Sharon, right? Because she's hurt also at that point. But he brought her to get safety or to see whatever could be done.
Yeah.
And he basically, his words are the Flag Smash's beliefs in a way. But
David, do you want to read what he says? I know you sent it to us in our group chat.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's when the government official says, he was just downplaying Sam and saying you wouldn't understand. Like Sam's trying to give them an option to do better and stuff with the refugees and not take the easy route, which is just braille them all and ignore them and listen to their actual pain. And he was like, you don't understand. And so Sam goes into this amazing speech and says, I'm a black man carrying the stars and stripes. What don't I understand? Every time I pick this thing up, I know there's millions of people who are going to hate me for it. Even now, here, I feel it. The stares, the judgment, there is nothing I can do to change it. Yet, I'm still here. No super serum, no blonde hair, no blue eyes. The only power I have is that I believe we can do better. And that speech just summed up the whole story arc. It got me. It was a very epic scene. They cut to showing Isaiah and Elijah watching on the TV and stuff, tearing up and stuff. It was an emotional scene because we know Isaiah in the previous episode said that no self-respecting black man will be seen carrying that shield and stuff, and that was coming from a very pained and it was an earned comment. Is what I would say. It came from a very pain experience that Isaiah had faced with that shield and the government and stuff. And Sam, he poetically gave the counter argument in a way that didn't dismiss what Elijah went through and stuff. And I loved it. I thought it was great. It was a unifying speech.
Yeah, absolutely. It was powerful. I definitely cried. And that was the one thing that I wanted to see. I feel like I got last week when you guys asked what I wanted to see, and I said I wanted to see Sam accepted by the public as Captain America. And we see the one guy go, "Oh, it's the Black Falcon," and he goes, "No, that's Captain America."
Captain America.
Yeah. That for me was all I needed for this episode to be the best episode.
I think seeing Isaiah kind of lean back in his seat when he's because he's watching it and he's watching Sam say that and he leans back in his seat kind of like oof, he's right, and I agree with you, Sam. Same thing. That part was that capped the whole show for me. I thought
the icing on the cake
of the whole thing. And there's a little cherry on top here in a little bit with the museum, but that was the icing on the cake for sure. Was that for sure? Great metaphor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's after the powerful speech and he walks away, Bucky, or I'm going to call him from now on Breanna's Bucky.
Breanna's Bucky.
Perfect. That's all I
want. He touches the shield and he says, "Nice job, Cap."
Yeah.
Refers to him as Cap. Mm-hmm. And that's the first time. And it's like you were supposed to be this person.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah.
That was the closure of that. I did think it was a little Disney-fied when they asked him, there's somebody down in the river. Really? There's nobody else that can pick up that guy?
I know they had
search and rescue, all the helicopters and stuff there.
We know where he's at,
but I think it was to show that Captain America doesn't kill.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But he's gonna.
That's why it was like, there we go.
It was very Disney. I get what you're saying, but the message was there too. Like when he said, "Can you help out?" He goes, "Always." And then he took off and went to. So he's always going to be there, but it was very Disney. So, but it is on Disney Plus, so it totally makes sense. I loved it. But I get it though too. They're saying, "Oh, he's always going to be there to help out," and I'm like, "Damn, all right, dude."
Coast Guard wasn't deployed. What's going on?
It was easier. Else. You know what? Less manpower.
Right. Now I'm gonna just
America
dial back.
Right? It didn't cost him anything. So
powerful, right? We all agree, all powerful, amazing speech. We all wanted it. So Isaiah's watching it on WHIH,
HIH,
right?
yes.
Right, and that was revealed in Ant-Man, right? The TV station, and Torres is watching that, right? And isn't Spider-Man and Doctor Strange like 4 blocks away, and they have no clue this is going on?
So Spider-Man was sleeping. He has a curfew.
Right.
He's a kid.
Well, that's the funny thing is
Spider-Man's in high school. He has homework.
There was a TikTok there's a TikTok I gave to you, show you guys a couple of weeks, like a week ago, and the guy says, if I don't see this, because he said this whole thing's being set up in New York, he said the Avengers campus is in like New Jersey or something. Wanda was just in New Jersey. Doctor Strange is in New York. Spider-Man's in New York. He said, if I don't see any of these people, I'm going to be pissed. And well, I guess he's pissed, but I get what you're saying. He can get over it. Yeah, it's still great. Yeah.
Dr. Strange looked at it and he goes, Sam's got it. It's fine. It's fine.
Doctor Strange is like, this is under my pay grade.
But I think the Avengers movie has spoiled that for me. We always had just the superhero. And then if you were lucky enough to get Sam and Bucky in the same show, that was good enough.
Yeah.
But because we get the end game, and you give me everybody. So
I think so. I'll just say this. So there's over 500 superheroes on Earth in the MCU right at any given moment in time. It would be madness to have to feature. You have to give some standalone stories and stuff, in the best way possible and stuff. It just would be kind of convoluted. So yes, in reality, which the MCU is not reality. You would see a little crossover accidentally or not and stuff. Spider-Man, if it was real world, Spider-Man would have came on board and helped out and stuff. But this is fantasy, and we want to kind of. The story is not about Spider-Man, so we're
it's not. So can we please change the topic?
But the story was about Zemo.
Yeah,
my man's got books and a radio in there.
He's living his best life in the raft.
He's pretty set up there with his books and everything.
I'll say this: his jail cell is bigger than my dorm room when I was in college. So I'm serious. Yes. It was. I was in the closet. It was. So Zemo has some pull in the raft there.
Oh, for sure.
Right, and then so that was next. They blow up the rest of the Flag Smashers.
Yeah,
or his butler blows them up.
Angry Alfred. Here he is.
Angry. He plays the role. Yes, protect that man. I hope he's like Betty White. He's going to live a long life. I want to see him in future roles and stuff.
Looks like he's already lived a long life.
Betty White took the super soldier serum.
She did. I think she did. I want to see Betty White in the MCU. That's
oh my god.
Yes.
That would be the best ever.
Oh my god.
They had to give him like a dance studio. They had to give him like a dance studio sized jail cell to practice his dance moves.
He needed rooms. He needed a room. Yep.
Absolutely.
So from there they go to Walker, and Walker's really excited about his suit.
His U.S. agent suit.
It's black. It's black.
And he sounds so much like his dad. I thought in that part he sounds so much like Kurt Russell when I was watching. Yeah, but that was funny. I thought that was great.
He's like a giddy little schoolboy.
Why are they in the government building when he's like trying on this suit?
There's only dressing room available.
I'm like, they could be in his home, but they were like, nah, let's use the abandoned government
But what they
building.
didn't show, now Sam gets his suit from Wakanda in this Halliburton briefcase, and Walker gets it in like a shopping bag from the Super Bowl.
It says JCPenney's on it.
Look how happy he is, though. He's just so happy.
It is comic book accurate, though.
Yeah,
we'll
give them that.
It is, and it's amazing. I love the suit.
It looks way better than he did in that Captain America outfit. Yes. And I'm looking like the goon.
Yeah, the chin strap fits better. He doesn't look like the guy from Up, so he's improved. It's an improvement. So,
and he doesn't need that Home Depot shield anymore.
This one.
They're gonna give him a shield though. I guarantee you that we will see him again with a shield. So.
Yeah, and then
I feel so bad for him.
We get Sam goes to Isaiah's house.
Yep. And what'd you tell us? Did you tell us before we were recording, or did you tell us when we were recording? Did I miss that part about the street?
Oh, I said
before.
Okay, yeah. So in episode 2, David, was it the first time they ever go
episode
to
2 when they go meet Isaiah?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. So they filmed this in Atlanta, and the street. If you look in episode 2, when Bucky and Sam are walking up the steps to Isaiah's house, it's a shot that's straight down. The house on the corner is actually the house that Martin Luther King was born in Atlanta.
That's
so
cool.
I give a lot of, and that's the typical Disney attention to detail. Somebody had to think about that and research it and say, this is where we're going to do the exterior shot.
And then for Isaiah to tell him, well, you're no Martin or Malcolm, like,
or Mandela.
Or Mandela.
Or Mandela, yes.
That scene.
We did miss one part that we haven't touched on at all, and that's when Bucky went to the gentleman's. I don't know what his name is, but when he went and apologized, to Yuri's father. Yeah, we did skip that. So, but yes, that happened.
They kind of did too.
They did.
To be fair, I agree with Chris.
Yeah, that was very rushed. I thought that part was rushed. Why'd you do it? Because I had to. I mean,
it was more of the fact that Bucky doesn't need forgiveness. He just needed to be able to admit and go through these steps. Mm-hmm.
He finally amended instead of avenged.
He finally put in that hard work, because it's easy to go avenge someone. It's easy to go get redemption that way, but it's hard to sit down and be like, this is what I did. Yeah, it was wrong. This is hard. It is so hard to stop. Hey,
Breanna's a Bucky expert.
Bucky.
I agree with Breanna. Yeah, so he could have. I mean, avenging for him would have been tracking down everyone who hired him to pull off that job and eliminate him.
Right.
That would have been the easy thing, because that's what he's built to do. The hard thing was exactly what he did. Was talking to Yuri and the confession, atoning, and so yeah. Oh, that was the book with dropping off the book at the shrink's office and stuff.
Yep.
That
I was kind of mad that he did finish off the book off screen. I felt that was very fast, but I mean, not that I want to
She just wanted more screen time.
I do. I really just wanted to watch him now. I didn't want to really watch him go through all that pain, but it was just you spent 6 months crossing off 3 names, and then all of a sudden your book is done. Yeah. But
I think Breanna wanted the Notebook sequel. So,
I did. I just
Bucky,
wanted
and he's in the rowboat, and
the Bucky Barnes Chronicles.
Yeah, it's raining. They're in the boat and they're laughing and stuff, and then he's crossing off names and stuff. And the Notebook too.
I mean, I sat there through every single movie, and Bucky gets 3 lines and 0 personality. So this is all I get is from the Falcon and the Winter Soldier of any sort of Bucky personality.
You'll get more.
I'm so excited.
Oh yeah. Bucky shined for me in this. Like I said before, in the first couple episodes, I'm this is more interaction with Bucky than I've seen in the past, because we really got the robot drone soldier. Mm-hmm. Same with Falcon and stuff. And I'll be honest, same with Vision. It was just kind of these background characters. There's layers to it. You had your mainstay characters, and then you had your kind of background layered characters. And no disrespect, because they all were a part of the team, but just the way they were featured, these shows brought that out. I felt for Vision more than I've ever felt for it. It was pretty cool and stuff. And then same with Bucky. I'm man, Bucky's a solid dude.
They're emotionally drawing us to these characters.
Yep.
Yeah.
We are becoming so invested in them because they are portraying them so well. The storytelling is amazing. The character development is amazing. Yep. Kudos to Marvel.
Zemo, they did a great story.
Yes.
Talk about a villain I could care less about. Now I want to go hang out with them in Hightown.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, same. And then just the way they're introducing characters to us. R.I.P. Battlestar. But I mean,
introducing and take them right away.
Well, U.S. Agent, the way that they gave us his background, and we saw Photon in WandaVision. They are just doing a beautiful job with character development. And I can't wait to see what else they have for us. So let's talk about what happens when they go.
They developed Wanda perfectly, in my opinion. But, okay, let's go. Okay. Let's go to Isaiah's house.
We're at Isaiah's house.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he opens the door or Elijah opens the door. What's up, Black Falcon? What are you doing here, Black Falcon?
Cracking jokes. Yeah.
He's like, he's not the Falcon. He's not the Black Falcon anymore. Yep. Him and Isaiah have a great chat in the backyard about, how it's not going to be easy. And Sam goes, I know I could die for this, but this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to try and make changes. And Isaiah's going to support him in that. And he's basically wishing him good luck. And then he says, come on, I got to show you something. Go get cleaned up. He
honored Isaiah's wish to be left dead, but he did it. Right. He made it in such we'll go to the next scene where he takes him and his grandson to the Smithsonian as they walk through Captain America's his what do you call it?
Lineage.
The exhibit.
The exhibit, yes. Yeah. Then there's
I love that Elijah. I was like, I love that Elijah was like, where are we going? Like, he was just so excited. What do
you think the car ride there was like?
Right?
He's like a giddy little kid, so excited.
I think Elijah was like, are we going to go play bingo or something?
So here's my thing. We know that Elijah has super strength. Mm-hmm. We know that in the comics, he becomes the Patriot. I think that Sam stepping up the way that he has as Captain America has... He has opened the door for Elijah. He's definitely paved the way because, it was a disgraceful thing for their family, like being a super soldier. And I think now Sam has kind of painted it in a different light that you can still be a superhero and you can still be accepted and you can be revered by the public. You can do that. So I think he's changed Isaiah's tone a little bit, which might help with Elijah taking over his mantle.
Yeah. That scene when they're in the museum and they're looking at this and
man, yeah.
I had said it last week. Believe me, I know I'm more wrong than ever right, but this is what I wanted. I wanted them to honor Isaiah this way and bring him to the forefront. I think this story arc is the real base of this whole series.
Yeah.
Everyone focuses on, of course, Captain America and Sam taking on, and there's so many different stories, but this is the story arc that ties into present day, and can actually send a message to the future of the people that are watching TV, and they can take something with them. And when his name just escaped me, the actor that plays Isaiah, he's a great actor.
Carl something.
Carl Lumley. Lumley, thank you.
An amazing actor who's not that old, which is the shocking.
He's 69 years old. I actually checked today because I asked
69?
I asked my kids. We were watching. I said, does he have makeup on to look older? And my son says, let me check. And they says he's 69 years old because he's really buff. I mean, for being 69 years old, I'm like, damn.
They aged him.
They did age him. Yeah.
He's 69, but he looks like he's 50.
Yeah.
So in real life, yes.
And that hug on Sam was the authentic.
That was it right there.
He never had to say the thank you or anything. This was the scene that just, tied it up for me.
Yeah.
It was
Put
as
it in
much
a pretty
as
bow.
it was for
that was the cherry.
Sam should have never gave away the shield, right? In the beginning from Cap, this was needed to be done just as much.
Agreed.
And I mean, that's just my opinion on it. And I really thought that was played, acted, everything was done perfectly on that.
When we were recording our Disology episode over Falcon and the Winter Soldier today, we actually talked about how this was very representative of what the military was like in the 1950s. Like, there were black soldiers who we don't know anything about their stories. Like, I'm not going to spoil it because I'd rather Keith tell the story, who was on with us today. But if you listen, he tells a story about the Battle of the Bulge. And he's like, you're not going to learn this story about how these black soldiers saved the day in your history books. He said, but this is what happened. So everyone can check out that episode when it comes out
I don't
Tuesday.
I don't know how accurate it is, but I'm talking years ago. I watched the Tuskegee Airmen movie.
Their whole thing was an experiment. Yeah,
that movie was excellent. That it made me then go and research more. So that it's got to be on HBO somewhere still. But
there's a ton of and I've learned this. I'm from a lineage of people who served in the military and stuff. I'm the one of the first who broke the chain, but there's always stories kind of going around, even from the Civil War era, which like in Glory, they talked about a little bit if you've seen the movie Glory and stuff, but there was a black regiment there, and that was part of the Buffalo Soldiers that weren't really well represented, and the stories were purposely, pushed to the side to give glory to other people who are not black and stuff, but they helped they helped turn the tide on the Civil War and stuff.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of stories that are like that that are becoming revealed, and I love the fact that as historians and people are looking at the real truths, we're at a place where we can appreciate and I mean, granted, it's a horrible thing that they did. They shouldn't have done it in the first place. But the fact that it's being uncovered and stuff and being brought, the truth is coming to light is huge. And I want to see more of that and stuff as we get to reveal the true history of America, which includes everybody.
Exactly.
Yeah, I teared up during that exhibit when I saw that statue and stuff.
I mean, I cried the entire time.
I almost cried when Bucky wasn't on screen.
I would have been perfectly fine without an end credit and just ending it on that.
Yeah,
I agree.
I felt like the end credit took me out of the emotion I was feeling during that.
Yeah.
But it's Marvel and they have to do that.
Oh, yeah.
I personally think it was a weak end credit. Me personally, I'm sorry.
It didn't give me anything to be excited about.
No,
I already knew she's answering to someone else. Yeah. We've seen it the entire episode.
I didn't need to see her be
season.
pardoned and all of that. I wanted an end credit the way end credits all started for me, and that was, believe it or not, something that Disney will never own because that was the Hulk. But that was the first end credit.
Yes,
and
it was.
I felt that this arc needed that. It needed just something. Just show
stuff. Yeah.
Show Thunderbolt Ross like putting on his jacket. Don't even say anything. Just like, this is gonna be fun, something like that.
I'll tell you what, the end credit I would have loved to have seen was Thunderbolt roaming the halls on the raft. That's it. Nothing else. Just him roaming. You see the halls and you see the prisons. You don't see Zemo. You don't see Abomination. You don't see any other villains and stuff. You just see Thunderbolt Thunderbolt Ross roaming the hall, and that would have been much better than the part and of Sharon Carter. And I respect the Carter legacy, the lineage, the involvement with the MCU and everything else, but it really kind of was for me. I'm sorry, it was a nothing burger. Just I have to agree with Chris and stuff. So
a nothing muffin.
Nothing muffin.
Were you surprised, Shawn?
I didn't really understand what was going on. So I mean, I kind of knew who she was. I was like, okay. I didn't understand. I didn't understand that she wasn't pardoned. You know what I mean? So I'd never have seen that part of her. Only time I think I saw her was in Civil War. I think it's when she made out with Captain America,
uncle?
Right? Her uncle, yeah.
But if she was a Skrull, it was okay.
Right.
Oh gosh.
That's true. But then like today, I was watching that movie with my kids and I saw that part when they're all shooting the guns and they show her shooting and she's like hitting the dead center every time. So I'm like, oh, hey, that's the girl from the movie. So I can't wait to get Breanna?
Yeah, she's also one that didn't have any personality in any of the movies. But I don't know. I guess this kind of showed that Sam did go through with his promises. So I did kind of think of it as that way. But also, I did hear people theorizing that this was she was going to come into Armor Wars because that's what they were going to bring in with her trading. I also, bringing it back to Bucky, when she's on that phone call, she's like, super soldiers are now out of the question. And I was like, well, the super soldiers serum, because that's one thing. But I was like, when you say super soldiers, that sounds like human trafficking. Like you are like about to auction off like human super soldiers. And I was like, that I'm not here for. So
are you wearing a Winter Soldier sweatshirt?
I am. It says, Buck, I have a plan. And then one of the arms says the Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Nice.
From Etsy.
Okay.
Actually, like Breanna, what you were just saying ties in perfectly to what Jennifer said earlier about the power brokers being a company that is selling supervillains.
Yeah.
So
look, Breanna, I look like Mush now from Fat Albert in this thing.
You actually do. Love it.
So Breanna, you and I together, we're now Bucky and Cap.
I love it. Perfect.
Okay. Right.
So I think Breanna's right. I think that they were probably going to kind of do something like reinstitute the Winter Soldier program and turn those super soldiers that were going to go to the RAF into drones versions of themselves and stuff, and use them for evil things and stuff. So, but now that and the thing is, who she was talking to on the phone. I mean, there again, I can go on and on about the whole her being the power broker. I don't think she's a power broker. I think she does work for an agency that is the power broker, and I think it's a nice misdirect that Kevin Feige helped instrument, because that's what they do over at Marvel. They like to mess with us.
Yeah,
yes,
that's my position. I'm sticking to it. So.
Okay,
agree.
I have one question for everybody. Who is the carryover from this show that you want to see the most?
The carryover.
We don't even have to ask Breanna.
I was like, I think y'all know.
So I'll tell you who we're going to see. So after this, we just got an announcement that we're getting Captain America 4.
Right.
That's so we're getting Sam Wilson's Captain America with Bucky. So Captain, yep. There's Captain America and the Winter Soldier. Yes, we may get a series. There's no confirmation on that.
There's been talk of that too.
But we got confirmation for the movie. So we got Captain America 4 coming out with.
Do you think they were too quick on that? Like at 9:00 in the morning on Friday morning? Hey, by the way, there's going to be a Captain America movie.
They knew. No, they've been. They've been
now,
at the investor conference. That.
Yeah.
I'm like waiting for new merch to come out.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What do you mean? You want to see like Bucky,
I'm waiting for
Bucky statues?
No, yes, obviously. I want all the
wants to carry Bucky.
But I'm also waiting for like a Captain America Sam Wilson Funko Pop and like
you haven't seen the leaked images?
I've seen this, but I was like the Scarlet Witch Funko Pops were out. Like they were like pre-order now, like as soon as like the finale was over, and I was like waiting for like the to pre-order my Captain America Sam Wilson Funko Pop.
A lot of stuff's coming out.
Yes,
they're coming. I guarantee you.
Waiting for tomorrow, Monday.
So go ahead, Shawn. Who do you want to see more of from this show?
Here's the thing, and I may make people pissed off by me saying this. I
swear to God, if you say Wanda.
No, I'm not going to.
Nice.
From what I've seen in all the Marvel movies that I've seen so far, I have not really ever been a huge fan of Captain America. I'm not gonna lie. This Captain America, I love him. This guy is great, and I think maybe because I actually saw his development and where he came from. But I am all on board with Sam being. So that's what I want to see. I think he's a badass. I think he's fun. We share the same birthday too, so that's cool. But I just think he's cool, and I think it's not to quote DC, but it's the hero that we need right now, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
I think he's really cool. I really, really like Captain America. This one, not a fan of the old one. Sorry.
So I'm gonna say this. I want to see Paul Rudd tell Falcon that this is the America's ass and stuff. So, That's it. Anyway, I would like to see absolutely more of the new Captain America and see how that goes out. But I'm looking for. So here's two things I'm looking forward to seeing develop from that started on the show and to develop out. I'm looking forward to seeing Elijah becoming the Patriot and the young Avengers and stuff, especially with Quicken and Speed from WandaVision. And I'm looking forward, which I'm pretty sure we're going to get because we didn't talk about this piece yet. Taurus was watching the news, and you saw his wings, the wings that were in the back and the mechanical equipment and stuff like that. I'm looking forward to seeing the new Falcon. So those are the two things I'm really kind of looking forward to that's coming from this show.
Okay. How about you, Sam?
Because I already know that we're going to get more Captain America. Yes, obviously. I always want Namor. But because I know we're already going to get Sam as Captain America, because, he's Captain America, we're getting Captain America 4. I want to see more Zemo. I want to see that storyline developed. I do want to see more of his dancing, too. I'm going to be completely honest.
Yeah. That's all the Zemo dance. How about you, Chris? You didn't answer your question.
I want 6 episodes in World War II with Isaiah Bradley's story.
Yep.
Ooh,
that'd be amazing.
I want the whole thing. I want him being injected with the super serum. We know what happened at the end. We know the past. Give me how he was this hero. What was he doing? Because he was kicking ass and taking names.
The Vietnam War. Yes, absolutely. Want to see that. Yes. So, I would love to see the fight between him and Bucky.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Love to see that.
Yes.
How he ripped that metal arm off.
I really like that, Chris.
And talk about when Bucky's punching the that thing off the back of the truck.
The bomb thing,
lock. Yeah.
The lock.
The thing that might be from Dr. Octopus. I don't know. Just saying, had 8 legs. Had 8 legs.
Yep.
And his arm was swelling. I don't know if you saw. Go ahead. I know Breanna had that on like the 80-inch screen.
Punch it.
Yeah, Bucky. Come on, Bucky.
Jesus.
It's getting bigger. That's what she said. Yes.
It grows.
Oh my god.
I want that arm. So,
welcome to Marvel After Dark.
Marvel After Dark now.
Like the vertebrae in the arm were separated. That's
Stop. I don't like bones.
Yeah. It's not. It's metal.
I know, but you said vertebrae. I don't like the word vertebrae.
Okay. Oh.
You're torturing me. Yes, his arm was growing.
Jesus Christ.
Talking about his actual arm, people. Get your minds out of the gutter.
All right. So anyone else have anything they'd like to say about Falcon and Winter Soldier? The whole thing? Sam, scale of 1 to 10. What do you rate it?
10.5.
10.5. Chris?
But now I'm going to be really mad if we don't get the Isaiah Bradley story.
Yeah, no, I
thanks, Chris.
I think I changed my mind too. What I want to see, but Chris, what do you think? 1 to 10.
I'm going to say a 9.
Yep.
And that's only because of the Karli flag smasher stuff that I didn't like and the fighting scenes, but much better than WandaVision.
Which we never thought we would say.
I'm sorry. It was.
And we did not expect that.
Did not. I thought this was going to be Lethal Weapon. That cool cop, bad cop, you know, and I got more out of this show than
for sure
anything ever.
So
okay, Breanna, what do you think?
10. I'm happy. 9.8 maybe. Yeah, also because of the flag smashers, I just feel like they could have dived more into it to give us for us to care more. One of the comments that I posted, for us to really see the post-blip world would have really gave us, I think, that sympathy for the flag smashers that they were trying to give us. But other than that, absolutely loved it. I was hooked. Midnight every single Thursday. Or Friday, I guess, technically.
Right.
Well, some of us have to wait till 2 a.m.
David, how about you, buddy?
I'm gonna give it a 12, and
Okay.
the why Disney they get extra points because Disney could have very easily decided to stay the course and be how Disney would be and just make it that buddy cop thing, but they said, hey, we really wanted to not push. We really wanted to reflect reality that was shown in the comic books, what's reflective in the real world, social justice, how military is, how the race issue is, and they didn't shy away from any of that and stuff. Absolutely. And they did it in a very good way. The storytelling was immaculate and very representative of what they were trying to accomplish, and they didn't have to do this because that's not typically Disney. Right. Disney is like, I want more people and more, we can get that by being very toned down, and I love Disney, but they can do it by being toned down and being very, Disney like. But this was this was something different.
I'm noticing that Disney's
for that. They're
trying. They're realizing their voice is.
I think everyone thought this was going to be more of a shallow series, and it ended up not being at all.
Got some layers.
Kudos
to Disney.
We got Shawn.
I'm going to give you my rating, okay?
All right.
I'm going to give it a 9.5, okay? And I will say this, and I'm going to shock you all right now, that until 2 episodes ago, I thought WandaVision was better than this. But this last 2 episodes changed my mind, and I will now say that Falcon and the Winter Soldier was better than WandaVision.
Welcome to the right side.
Right. Yeah. And I will say that because I could not wait to watch this last episode on Friday, because I'm like, damn, what's going to happen now? And just the power, just all the powerful stuff. And I mean, if you listen to this show, and I wasn't going to go into it, but if you listen to the Marvel Tribe, our show last week, David told a story that has stuck with me for the past week and a half, and that might have changed my mind on a bunch of this stuff too. But I'm not trying to get too deep or anything. I'm just saying that was this show was moons a bit better than WandaVision. I'm sorry, and I love Wanda. Don't you know why I like WandaVision though? But this show was way better, and I was more looking forward to this show every week than I was to that even. But that's what 9.5. And that's my thing.
Right on.
Yeah. That was really good.
So we had a question from a fan. I didn't get to read.
It was just, this one. I want to know why they're making us wait a whole month until the next series, or did I miss something? I think that they're trying to give our gamma waves a break.
No, I know exactly what they're doing.
Answer.
Disney is saying, "Hey, Marvel fans, hold up. We got the Bad Batch. Bring in the Star Wars fans."
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yep.
There's a month of Star Wars, and then you go right into Loki.
May 4th that comes out, because it wasn't Loki supposed to come out in May. It actually got changed, I thought, but I don't know. But
so there are some changes because Black Widow got
Black
changed.
Widow, yeah, and Black Widow's come to that, but yeah.
But we are in Chris said, because we're in Disney's playground. So if this was strictly a Marvel run company, they would be back to back, just kind of keeping the hits rolling. But we have to play nice, and we have to let Star Wars shine a little bit, and some other Disney shows that are going to be coming out and stuff. And so they're slated to that time.
I mean, you have the end of Mighty Ducks Game Changers coming up here soon too.
Yep.
Come on. Which is not a bad show. I'm not going to lie. It's not bad.
I've actually watched the episode. It's actually pretty good.
I was going to say John Stamos was it The Way Back is also really good. There's only 2 episodes out right now, but it's been really good.
The big shot or something like that?
I don't know what it is. It's
really good. The basketball coach? That's a really good show too.
Yeah.
Big shot.
Yeah.
Nah,
and Danny says
the Mighty Ducks.
It might be because this week on the Mighty Ducks, I believe that like half the team is coming back. So
special episodes.
Just let me say it's because we need to refresh we need to give a break from gamma waves.
That too.
She got related back to the design.
And for those who don't know, I mean, what gamma waves are, check out the Disology. It was a fun episode. I got to do with Sam. Her podcast is amazing. They do a more deeper dive on a lot of Disney property stuff.
I can't wait for
really
this week's episode.
Really cool. Yeah.
I mean, my gamma waves probably do need a break, so it's fine.
Brianna, you may have some other kind of waves you need to calm down over there, friend.
That is also
really
true.
What it really
She's got
is
Bucky on the brain.
She's gonna have to fight Sarah.
That's what she
God.
said.
Yeah.
Oh God.
You're gonna fight Sarah for that.
Auntie Sarah.
Wait, does that make him Uncle Buck?
Wow. What a joke that! What a missed opportunity for a good joke.
There it is. I think we should probably end it on that note. But I will tell you this: I think that part of this is that we actually have to come up with some topics for the Marvel Tribe for the next 7 weeks.
We're good.
So we're going to figure out some stuff. But I think I have some. I just have questions. We can have.
We can do some character. We can do some character dives and stuff. And
do some.
Some future characters. We'll
I would love to do that. But yeah. Anyone else have anything they want to add to anything?
I just want to say thank you. This was, like I said, a learning experience from certain things out of the show. In our little chat, David, you know what happened last weekend. So that's something that it's touched my family. A TV show and friends that I never personally met have affected me and my family. So I will hold that forever. And I can't thank you guys enough. Yeah, I'm the idiot that dresses up like Captain America, Mephisto, and all of that.
Never idiot. That's awesome.
Never. But no, the show has meant a lot. With Disney Plus, but having the privilege to spend it and speak to you guys about it is more and beyond. So thank you for that.
Love you guys.
Absolutely. All right, Breanna, anything last you want to say?
No, thanks for letting me join and talk over Bucky.
No problem.
I might be a bottle of wine deep, but it's fine.
Hey, it's all good. So, from all of Sam, where can we find you? I was gonna end it. Where can we find you on the internet? I'm sorry.
Disology podcast all over the place at Walt's Apartment, Walt's Apartment Behind the Lamp, and Samantha Muldecky on Instagram, Twitter, Clubhouse, everywhere.
Breanna.
Find me at Breanna_K7 on Instagram, Breanna_K on Twitter, the Walt's Apartment Instagram page, and Facebook. Yeah, Walt's Apartment Behind the Lamp.
There you go. David, how about you, buddy?
And you can find me on Black Panther 2. Ooh, but no.
All right.
Spoilers.
Baku.
That's a lot of vibranium, brother.
Yeah. You can find me. I'm on all the social medias. Blurred Hulk. I'm on Facebook and the Twitter and the Snappy chats and the TikTok. My teenagers don't want me on TikTok anymore, but I don't care. I'm gonna still do it. Clubhouse, loving Clubhouse. It's a new social media and it's fun. I love that. But yeah, that's where you can find me all over. Just Blurred Hulk. Look me up.
There you go. How about you, Chris?
Wednesdays, YouTube, Disney Done Differently. Cooking some Disney food a little different. Airbnb Disney podcast as their food correspondent. You can catch me dancing in the middle of the street on Main Street sometimes in Magic Kingdom. And but most right now, you'll find me, and I'm honored to be on the Marvel Tribe.
Perfect.
Chris, you gave Zemo some competition with those moves.
Yeah, we'd like to. Can you maybe post that onto the Behind the Lamp page too?
We do a side by side of you and Zemo.
Yeah. There you go.
Have Star-Lord be the judge. Dance off, bro.
Star-Lord is the only qualified judge for that.
That's right.
Absolutely.
But check us
all
out.
Where can we find you, Shawn?
You can find me here in my studio at my house. That's about it.
Okay, well, that would be kind of creepy. So
I was I could try.
You're about to give people the address on.
Well, David knows where it is. But WaltAPT.com is our website. Check us out there. You can listen to all the shows there. The Facebook page, Walt's Apartment podcast, Behind the Lamp is ran by everyone on this screen right now and others. So yeah, that's how you communicate with us. Just check us out. We enjoy what we do. I love all of you and having you guys all be a part of this with me. So I'm glad we got to do a live show this week. So thank you all so much. It was great. And I think we did pretty well up against the Oscars, which I will say, I heard that Soul actually won Best Animated Film. I heard that. So that's cool. So congratulations to Disney. So check us out this Wednesday on the Walt's Apartment live stream. We're going to have Fast Pass Facts on, the YouTubers. And have a great night, guys. Thanks for sticking with us for almost 2 hours. Appreciate it.
Peace out.
Bye.